AI just dropped a tech bombshell, right? Confluent launched real-time AI automation with streaming agents. Intel just got a $2 billion boost from SoftBank to ramp up its AI chip game. And OpenEvidence, an AI tool used by doctors, closed a massive $210 million funding round at a $3.5 billion valuation. Three different stories, three different industries. But together, they show us one thing. AI is moving deeper into the foundations of business, healthcare, and technology. And we're going to break it all down, y'all. No jargon, just the useful parts. But first, a lot of y'all watching forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, y'all. And if this style of breakdown is your vibe, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one, okay? Much appreciated. Now let's get into it. Let's start with Confluent, okay? Because this one's easy to miss, but it's extremely important, okay? Confluent just introduced streaming agents, and the idea is simple but powerful. Combine real-time data streaming with AI reasoning, right? Now, why does this matter? Most AI systems today work in batches. They take in data, process it, and spit out results, right? That's fine for writing essays or generating images. But when you're dealing with business events like a sudden telecom outage or a suspicious credit card transaction or an airline cancellation, you don't want batch. You want action instantly, right? Streaming agents solve this. They're built on Apache Flink, which is a stream processing engine already used by major enterprises and wrapped in security, reliability, and enterprise features, right? Imagine this in action. A telecom detects an outage, instantly checks which customers are affected, auto triggers repair workflows, and even sends personalized updates, all in milliseconds. No lag, no human in the loop slowing it down, right? The big takeaway is this is agentic AI in real life, right? Not just responding to prompts, but reasoning, acting, and adapting as events unfold. See, that's where the future of AI is heading, into systems that don't just talk back, but take initiative, right? Now, moving from infrastructure to chips, let's move to Intel. SoftBank just invested $2 billion into the company, becoming a major shareholder. This is more than a headline, y'all. It's a lifeline. Here's why. Intel has been falling behind in the AI chip race. NVIDIA dominates with its GPUs. AMD has been gaining ground, and startups like Cerebras are experimenting with giant chip designs, altogether. Intel, which is or was once the king of processors, suddenly looks like the underdog. But now, with $2 billion in fresh capital, they've got room to breathe, right? Think of it like a player who's been bitched all season that suddenly is getting signed mid-playoffs by a top team. That's what SoftBank just did, giving Intel the resources to ramp up manufacturing and accelerate development, right? For us as future watchers, competition in chips means two things: faster innovation, right? And eventually cheaper hardware. See, right now, GPUs are scarce and therefore expensive, one of the bottlenecks of the AI boom. If Intel can get back in the game, it puts pressure on NVIDIA and levels the playing field, right? It's also worth noting that SoftBank doesn't just throw money around. They see AI as the backbone of the next economic wave. Backing Intel isn't about nostalgia. It's about positioning themselves at the heart of AI infrastructure, right? Now, let's switch gears to healthcare, where the stakes are literally life and death, okay? OpenEvidence, which is an AI-powered search engine for doctors, just raised $210 million at a $3.5 billion valuation. And this isn't hype. It's already in use, okay? Think of OpenEvidence like Google for medical research, but with citations built in, right? Doctors can ask complex clinical questions and get instant evidence-based answers, complete with references from peer-reviewed sources, right? No endless scrolling, no guesswork, right? The adoption numbers are staggering, y'all. Over 40% of US doctors log in daily. And for a profession that's notoriously slow to adopt new tech, that is massive. Doctors are busy, cautious, and they don't gamble on unproven tools. So if they're using this daily, it means that OpenEvidence is delivering real value, okay? So why does this matter? Well, medicine runs on information, but information overload is crushing doctors. They're drowning in journals, research papers, and shifting treatment guidelines, right? Having an AI that distills credible evidence in seconds could literally change patient care. Quick clarification. When we say medical agents, we're not talking about replacing doctors, y'all. We're talking about AI that curates and summarizes research, making it digestible and actionable, right? That means fewer errors, faster decisions, and ultimately better outcomes for patients, right? That's good. Okay, let's zoom this out for a second. Here's the big picture so far. Confluent is building the infrastructure layer, okay, which is real-time pipelines that make AI faster or more actionable. Intel is strengthening the hardware layer, okay, chips that power the next wave of AI models, okay. OpenEvidence is upgrading the decision-making layers, right, which is AI tools that guide professionals in high-stakes fields, okay, like medicine. This is the scaffolding of tomorrow's AI ecosystem, y'all. Faster, smarter, and safer. Now, let's pivot to some broader perspectives. Ruth Porat, which is Alphabet's CFO, made waves this week at the Jackson Hole Summit by saying that AI could drive trillions of dollars in economic value over the next decade. But she also flagged risks, okay? Saying that energy usage, workforce transitions, and long-term oversight could be issues, right? And here's why her point matters. See, even small productivity gains compound massively, okay? A 0.5% annual boost in GDP growth might sound tiny, but over 10 years, it adds up to trillions of dollars, okay? That's the promise of AI. Small efficiency gains multiplied across every industry. Porat's warning is also real, okay? Training large AI models eats enormous amounts of energy, right? If we don't innovate in green computing, AI benefits could come with heavy environmental costs, right? In worker transitions, think clerks, call center reps, and junior analysts need managing. Otherwise, the productivity gains aren't shared fairly, right? And because it wouldn't be an AI news cycle without Elon Musk, here's his curveball. He tweeted that AI could one day connect with our limbic system, which is the part of the brain that governs emotion and motivation. His claim is this could even increase birth rates. Now, is Elon being provocative? Probably. But his point is that emotionally intelligent AI are systems that don't just process logic but understand and respond to feelings could reshape human behavior in unpredictable ways, right? And honestly, he's not wrong about the direction, y'all. Emotional design in AI is real. We already see it in chatbots that mirror empathy, or in apps that tailor tone based on mood, or in tools designed to keep us engaged, right? So whether or not it affects birth rates, I don't know, but it will affect relationships, trust, and the way humans connect, okay? Now, let's swing back to healthcare one more time because this ties in, right? Generative AI scribes, which are ambient tools that handle documentation in real time are starting to reduce physician burnout. Doctors report reclaiming nights and weekends because note taking during patient visits is automated, right? They can focus on the patient, not the keyboard, right? This is what we mean by ambient AI. It runs in the background, quietly handling repetitive work so humans can do what only humans do best: connect, comfort, and care. For doctors, this means rediscovering passion for medicine, right? And for patients, it means more eye contact, more conversation, and less screen time in the exam room. And for everybody else, it's an example of how AI can give time back, something far more valuable than any single app feature, right? So, to recap today's headlines, Confluent is turning data into action with real-time agents, right? Intel just got a $2 billion vote of confidence to catch up in the chip wars. OpenEvidence is putting research-level answers in the hands of doctors. Alphabet's CFO reminds us of the economic upside and risk of AI. Elon Musk is already dreaming about AI reshaping human emotions and society. And generative scribes are showing how ambient AI gives us our time back. See, together, these stories show a clear trend. AI isn't just faster, it's getting embedded emotionally and essentially, right? So, here's your quick playbook. Builders and CTOs, think event-driven AI, not just prompts. Real-time agents are the next leap. Health leaders, look for tools that reduce cognitive load, right? The winners will save time and not add more dashboards, okay? For everyone else, pay attention to emotional AI. It's not just about what AI does, it's how it makes us feel, right? Investors and professionals, watch the infrastructure plays, right? Companies building chips, data pipelines, and decision support systems are setting the stage for literally everything else. And that's today's download, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Apple White Intel. And if this breakdown helped you in any way, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, comment, and share it with a friend who wants the inside track on AI. All right? And here's a question for you, okay? Which of these advances excites you the most, right? And how would you use it in your life or your work? Drop it below, y'all. I read everyone. Peace.